However, I also direct a nonprofit here in Grant County, and this nonprofit, we are growing plants, both medicinal plants and plants for other reasons for the local community. One of the medicinal plants, and this is very different, this is very Ayurvedic, that we are growing is sesame. Sesame is a low water desert plant that only needs to be watered once a week. And what we're planning to do this year is to grow the sesame. We have a grant for an oil press, and we're going to give people in the area sesame oil. Another native plant that we're growing is buffalo gourd. People who live here, most people know it well and dislike it. It's kind of stinky. It has little round gourds. The seeds are edible, but none of the rest of the plant is. So what we're doing with this wonderful buffalo gourd that grows really large pretty quickly is we're going to harvest the roots and make fuel alcohol. And part of climate change is caused by humans, and especially by the use of gasoline in our cars. Alcohol does not cause pollution. So we're really excited about this project. We're already growing these plants so that we can harvest the roots in the fall and make this fuel alcohol. So that's a really important question. Right now, we are growing these particular plants because these are the most viable plants to grow in climate change. Grant County is experiencing the worst drought in more than 1,000 years. Most plants are not making it. I mean, I have a vegetable garden as well. My vegetables are, because we have 2% humidity right now. We have less humidity in our air than Tucson. Plants are just drying up and dying. These particular plants that I've mentioned do well with this extremely dry climate. Some of the challenges that we have right now are people need to be conscious of the drought that hasn't reached a wider knowledge base yet, and adjust accordingly. Lawns need to go away. The biggest waste of water in Grant County is the mine. The mine is using over 10 times more water than Silver City, which gives water also to other towns, Pinos Altos, Bayard, and the mine takes that water, adds toxic chemicals to it, and injects it back into the water aquifer. What needs to change right now is for the mine to recycle its water instead of poisoning it and putting it back into the water aquifer. Well, different plants need different types of soil. Sesame needs sandy soil. Licorice needs sandy soil. Licorice is another Ayurvedic plant medicine that we grow. Other types of plants do not need sandy soil. For instance, artichoke grows well out here, but you have to have a very rich soil with manure. So the key is to know what type of soil that particular plant needs before you plant it. Well, there's the County Extension Agency. I'm sure that they're aware of County Extension Agency. If they're interested, if teachers and classes would be interested in helping us in our in growing fuel alcohol or plants for fuel alcohol and sesame seed, we would love to have their help. And we have 2 acres that are donated for those projects in Grant County. And they're welcome to contact us, and we'd be happy to work with them.